Today on the Thousand Food Family, we are trying Panettone.
Panettone, that's right. We bought this little one for about $1.40 at the store, but we are gonna try to make our own. For those that don't know, we are eating our way through this book, 1,000 Foods to Eat Before You Die. And today it's Tony's bread, Panettone. Okay, we got some ingredients here. We've already got our flour in here. And Miles and Nicole are getting the
vanilla bean.
Smells good.
So, okay.
So hopefully this is worth it. It's a lot of work, all this dough and making,
steps, right?
and you can just buy a mini one for $1.40 or
Big ones are $6.
Yeah, that's not that much. It's all your time.
Okay, so we need yeast. Why don't you add the sugar in there? Let's see, 2/3 cup sugar. Go ahead. And we're gonna add half a teaspoon of active dry yeast. We got the yeast in there.
Do like that, I'll throw it in there.
Yeah, just put it in.
Okay.
We got the yeast.
Flour, sugar, salt, yeast, zest, and vanilla. I'm gonna do the zest, okay.
And it'll be half of a vanilla bean.
Here we go. That stick is in there. Always a little strange. Keep mixing. We need it all to go in the bowl.
3 eggs.
Oh, Mom didn't do too good. Ooh, nice. Okay, do another one. One more.
Gonna be a chef one day or a baker, Miles?
Maybe.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're adding a tablespoon of honey.
You have so much honey.
I know. This is good stuff, local stuff. It's a little hard to squeeze all that out. Then I'm gonna whisk the eggs. Remember when we whisk, we go a little bit on the side. And we wanna put this 2/3 cup tepid water. Go ahead, start whisking. Not too fast that it's gonna slosh out. Let's see if I can get a little bit more of this honey.
Is that gonna be the
Honey, eggs, water, yeast, flour, sugar, salt, and vanilla. Zesty.
Is that a tablespoon?
Yeah, but we gotta let it dip.
Adding 1 tablespoon at a time.
Yep.
Put it in?
Yep.
Butter!
Wait.
Let it
Mixing
mix.
until incorporated before adding more. We might have to stop and scrape the bowl. Might be good. How about add one more and then I'll do that.
Right now?
Love to know in the comments if people think it's weird that we just put the vanilla bean in there on its own as a stick. It does say later, like with the dough, that take vanilla out, so it's not just scraping vanilla in if there's something we need to remove later. All right, all the butter's in, and now we've got it going at medium-high for 8 minutes. All right, so while that's going, we're gonna mix together our drunken raisins and some citron, candied lemon peel,
And we're gonna mix.
mixer, and mixer, and mixer. And then we got some hot butter.
Pour that on there.
Mix in some hot butter. Hot butter rum. Okay.
Oh, that looks pretty elastic to me.
Sticky, 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 sticky. Ew, ew. Sticky. Very sticky.
I don't want to waste any of that good dough. Okay, it's very sticky. It's not something that you could like put into a ball, but I think it just needs to rise. So here we have the raisins and the citrus peel.
I was gonna do.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just taking charge. We're gonna stir this in. This is the extent of it, right?
Do it, right?
Where's that stick bean in there, huh? Where's that vanilla bean?
I want to see
In there somewhere.
somewhere.
Just a nice mixture. It's a little bit hard to get it to go in.
Okay,
All right, we're gonna cover that with plastic and put it in the cold oven for 12 hours. We will see you tomorrow.
Make sure we don't turn the oven on for breakfast. We'll have a problem on our hands. We'll have to put a little note on there. Don't forget the panettone.
We restarted.
All right, well, it looks like that really has grown.
We've got a puffy dough. I'm gonna put a little bit of flour over the top because I'm gonna turn it over onto my surface here. If I can get it out. Okay. Let's get all that good stuff out. It's very sticky. Oh, how to even get a seam. It's just a sticky glob. Okay. I had to add a little bit more flour just so that I could get a handle on this dough. I don't want to overwork it. Can you help me pull my sleeve up? No, this way. Thank you. Thank you, Miles. Okay, so we just essentially want to gather it. It's going to go into this paper mold here. And place the seam side down.
All right, so it's in there. We are gonna put a wet, damp towel over that and let it rise again for another couple hours. All right, well, here is our risen dough. It's taking quite a bit of time. We did some tricks in the oven. We put, warmed the oven a little bit and put some tray of water in there to help get this thing to rise. But I think we're there. And then you're gonna cut an X.
Yeah, but is it gonna
serrate.
Isn't it gonna deflate?
All right, well, we've kind of made an X in the dough and we put a tablespoon of butter in the middle. We're gonna put it in the oven at 370 for about an hour. Fingers crossed. All right, well, the recipe said an hour to an hour and 15 minutes, but we still got, we've only been in there about 50 minutes, but we are testing moist and not wet. We don't want it to...
It's getting a little too dark on the top, and now it's, yeah, I'd say it's done.
All right.
This is like burned.
It does, the recipe, our recipe did say very dark, and that's pretty dark. But it'll be good in the inside. But now we've got to poke some skewers. All right, so we put some skewers in. They're just long enough. We're supposed to hang it upside down. Seems a little weird, but that's what the instructions say. And we let that thing cool off upside down. All right, we'll see you later. All right, there it is, the panettone. What do you guys think?
Looks good. It looks a little bit burnt, but other than that, never judge a bread by its crust.
Right.
There you go. That's a good call. You know, it smelled so good in here last night. We were babysitting this in the oven until about midnight, if we're honest. It was a labor of love, and I hope that it pays off. Okay, so the dark color is all the way through, as I can see here. And we want to take this.
Cardboard. Is the cardboard like burnt?
Do we really need to peel this off, or do we just cut the slices?
I saw someone take it off, but he's off.
All right, we got this. Okay. Can't tell if that's an imprint on the dough or if that's more cardboard. I guess we'll find out.
You're trying to cut through cardboard is the thing.
Yeah, I hear you.
Try to like slice the bottom off. I don't know.
Just take a whole little tiny bit off. Is that what you're suggesting?
Traditionally, we would cut slices, but we kind of want to just see what this thing looks like cut in half.
Especially because we still have to find that vanilla bean.
About to take the vanilla bean out. Hey, wow, that looks pretty good.
Where's the vanilla bean?
Well, it's not in that. It's not in that. It's cross section. Yeah, I mean, I can smell the bread. It might be a little dense. Had a little problem with the proofing, but I think it's gonna taste good.
Can I open this up?
So we did. Once we cut it in half, it was much easier to get that cardboard off.
There's still a little bit on the bottom. It did look like it might have got a bit overdone, but baking is a science, you know. Every oven is a little different. Every recipe is a little different. So we want to cut some
Slices.
Mm-hmm.
Can I have a small
Good. You got some, Elliot?
like raisins and stuff, but
So like cake, like bread.
texture. First bite, it's just cake. No, I mean it's just bread, but like it takes a second, and then you're like, whoa, that is not bread. It's like a cake. So, first bite, I got some of the lemon, and it was very good. And it doesn't. I don't really taste burnt. So that's good.
All right, Talon's gonna try some.
It's kind of like the bread you find in a cake.
Kind of cakey.
Like when you have cake and you find this like bread that tastes a bit more flavorful. I like the raisins in it. I'm not really a raisin fan, but I think raisins in this is pretty good.
Yeah.
They taste like regular raisins or a little different because they had rum in them.
They don't taste like directly raisins.
Yeah, they're a lot softer.
Yeah, they're definitely better.
Okay, well, this was fun to try. You know, I was watching some videos of people like breaking into these. I thought it would be a little bit lighter. I thought it would be a little bit fluffier on the inside. But I wouldn't say it seems dry. It's just, the texture is not exactly what I was expecting. The flavor is good. It's not over yeasted. It's not overly sweet. I can see this being really good. I'm not sure traditionally when you eat panettone breakfast or like tea time kind of coffee cake. It's definitely
I heard some people drink it or drink like a sparkling wine.
kind of like an after dinner treat or an aperitif.
And we found that that famous vanilla bean that we had left in the dough and forgot to take it out. There it is, baked right in.
We also used golden raisins, which might have lended a lighter flavor.
Some people put chocolate in theirs. All sorts of different things.
There's a lot of variations, isn't there?
You guys like it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What do you think? Is it like a dessert or like a breakfast or?
It could be for anything except lunch.
We need to try the store-bought one and see how it compares to a
Something it says
homemade
on
one.
the box is natural yeast. 52 hours to make. So
Oh wow!
It definitely took us more than 52 hours. It's a little lighter. Here.
No,
I'm gonna cut it.
No, yeah, but I'm gonna unwrap.
It has its own little mold.
So little mini.
Paper mold.
It has a little paper mold. Feels so much softer.
Yeah, it's yeah.
It's much lighter. I kind of feel like if I try to take this off, I'm gonna hurt it. It's
Well,
so,
we can
like,
cut it with the paper.
feels so
That's what some people do.
delicate.
Why don't we do that?
Does it? Nope, I got it. Yeah, let's.
You know what this makes me think we might need to do is calibrate our oven and see what temperature our oven is actually at based on the dial.
What's your different flavors? Like just straight vanilla?
This is a classic. The one recipe we use is pretty classic. This has a crumb like I was expecting ours to have, where it's much kind of softer and you can see the kind of
Cells.
Gas bubble.
openings a little bit better.
Cells.
Cells, is that what you want to
Yeah.
call
What's better, the homemade one or the store-bought?
Store bought.
them? Yikes.
Store bought. Store bought.
Store-bought's better.
Why is it so much better?
It's so fluffy.
It's so much softer.
It tastes like a raisin muffin.
It tastes like a lemon cake muffin.
It's so good.
Could have just bought a big one for $6.
Here you go. You want to try one?
Okay, I thought this was really good. It's kind of in this weird middle ground of cake and bread. Just a little bit sweet, but and fruits. I thought it was really good though, and great for the holidays. And I thought while the store-bought one was definitely lighter, ours was a bit more dense. The flavor of our homemade one was better. So anyway, Merry Christmas, everyone.
All right. I do agree with Jason that our flavor was better. I'm not sure why we had a bit of a denser crumb. I think it might have had to do with our yeast proofing and kind of the rising process. We're new to yeast doughs, so it's a curve. But I always see the Panettones in the store, and I never was really drawn to it because I don't really love raisins, and that's kind of what I saw when I saw the package. But generally it's really lovely, even if you're not, if you might say I don't like raisins. It's not a raisin bread. It's definitely just studded with those raisins, and there's a lot of other flavors that come through.
All right, well, we definitely went to town on that thing.
Yep.
Panettone. Panettone. Thank you, Tony, for inventing that. Anyone have any final thoughts before we go out? Yeah.
I think definitely the little ones definitely better. The thing I like about the one we made is that, like you guys were saying, you expected me to like more gas bubbles. I like it with less gas bubbles, and I think both of them are really good, but I just prefer the little one.
All right. Any
And
final
then
thoughts?
I don't have final thoughts.
No final
That's
thoughts.
my final thought.
All right, Miles.
So I liked it, and my first bite I could taste the lemon stuff, and it was really good. It was kind of, and I think the tiny one is better because it's like a fluffier.
All right, well, thanks everyone for watching. Please like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Have you ever had this? Or what is your favorite Christmas treat for the holidays from your country or another? Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone.
Thanks for watching.